hello and welcome to Bharati Vidyalaya Metric Digital Lab. This is Uma Mageshwari from English Department. Students, we are going to learn 9th Standard English Prose from Unit 6. The topic of the prose is From Zero to Infinity, biography of Srinivasa Ramanujan. Okay students, what does mean biography? Yes, you are right. The story of a person's life written by somebody else. வேறு ஒருவரால் எழுதப்பட்ட ஒருவருடைய வாழ்க்கை வரலாறு. About Mr. Srinivasa Ramanujan. Let's go into the lesson. He was born in December 22nd in the year of 1887 and he died in 26th April in the year of 1920. He was an Indian mathematician who lived during the British rule in India. Though he has almost no formal training in pure mathematics, he made substantial contributions to mathematical analysis, number theory, infinite series and continued fractions, including solution to mathematical problems considered to be unsolvable. He was born into a Brahmin Iyengar family in Erode. The man who knew infinity, a life of the genius Ramanujan, is a biography of Ramanujan written in 1991 by Robert Canigal and published by Washington Square Press. Students, listen carefully. In this session, I will ask some questions to you. One day, the arithmetic class was in progress. The teacher was solving questions on division. On the blackboard were drawn 3 bananas. We have 3 bananas, the teacher said, and we have 3 boys. Can you tell me how many each will get? A smart boy in the front row replied, each will get 1. Right, the teacher said. Now similarly, if 1000 bananas are distributed among 1000 boys, each will get 1. Isn't that so? While the teacher was explaining, a boy sitting in one corner raised his hand and stood up. The teacher stopped and waited for the boy to speak. Sir, the boy asked, if no banana is distributed among no one, will everyone still get 1 banana? There was a roar of laughter in the class. What a silly question to ask. Quiet, the teacher said loudly and thumped the desk. There's nothing to laugh at. I will just explain what he means to say. For the division of bananas, we divided 3 by 3, saying that each boy will get 1 banana. Similarly, we divided 1000 by 1000 to get 1. What he is asking is that if 0 banana is divided among 0, will each one get 1? The answer is no. Mathematically, each will get an infinite number of bananas. Everyone laughed again. The boys understood a trick arithmetic had played upon them. What they could not understand was why the teacher later complimented a boy who had asked that absurd question. The boy had asked a question that had taken mathematicians several centuries to answer. Some mathematicians claimed that 0 divided by 0 was 0. Others claimed it to be unity. It was the Indian mathematician Bhaskara who proved that it is infinity. The boy who asked the intriguing question was Srinivasa Ramanujan. Throughout his life, whether in his native Kumbakonam or Cambridge, he was always ahead of his mathematics teachers. Students, answer these synonyms. What does mean absurd? It means stupid and unreasonable, silly in a humorous way. Next, what does mean infinity? Unlimited space, time, amount, a number large or beyond any limit. What does mean intriguing? It means very interesting because of being unusual or mysterious. Next, answer the questions. What was the reaction of the classmates to Ramanujan's questions? The classmates laughed at Ramanujan's question. Next, what did the Indian mathematician Bhaskara prove? Yes, you are right. The Indian mathematician Bhaskara proved that 0 divided by 0 is infinity. We'll see next part.
Ramanujan's father was a clerk in a cloth shop. He was a child prodigy. What does mean prodigy? It means a child who shows a great ability at a young age. சிறு வயதில் அதிக திறனை வெளிப்படுத்துகிற குழந்தை. Senior students used to go to his house to get their difficulties in mathematics solved. At the age of 13, Ramanujan was lent a book on advanced trigonometry written by S.L. Lonin. He came forth with many mathematical theorems and formulas not given in the book, though they had been discovered much earlier by great mathematicians. 2 years later, one of his senior friends showed him the book, a synopsis of elementary results in pure applied mathematics. It was a collection of 4,864 formula and theorems without proof by G.S. Carr. He was delighted. This book triggered the mathematical genius in him. Mathematical ideas flooded in his mind. He was not able to write all of them down. He wrote on loose sheets of paper or on a slate and jotted the results in notebooks. Before going abroad, he had filled the notebooks. They became famous as Ramanujan's frayed notebooks. Students, now answer these questions. Where did Ramanujan get S.L. Lonin's book on trigonometry? Ramanujan was lent the S.L. Lonin's book on trigonometry. Where did Ramanujan do his mathematical problems? He did his mathematical problems on loose sheets of paper or on a slate and jotted the results down in notebooks. Next, we see next part. Ramanujan secured a first class in mathematics in the matriculation examination, but he failed twice in his first year arts examination in college. His father was disappointed. He found the boy scribbling numbers. He thought Ramanujan had gone mad. He began to look for a job as he had no money for food and paper. He wrote on scraps of paper. He showed his notebook, but no one could understand it. The director of Madras Port Trust was impressed by his notebooks. He gave him a clerical job. The University of Madras granted him a fellowship. Ramanujan sent a letter to the great mathematician G.H. Hardy of Cambridge University. Hardy and his colleague Littlewood realized that they had discovered a rare mathematical genius. Then he sailed for Britain. Students, now answer these questions. Which university granted him a fellowship? University of Madras granted him a fellowship. What did Ramanujan send to G.H. Hardy? Ramanujan sent a letter with 120 theorems and formula to G.H. Hardy. Who discovered a rare mathematical genius in Ramanujan? Hardy and his colleague J.E. Littlewood discovered a rare mathematical genius in Ramanujan. Next, we see the next part. Here, in Britain, Ramanujan couldn't bear the cold. He had to cook his own food. He forgot his hardship in the company of Hardy and Littlewood. His sheer genius led him to mathematical truths. Ramanujan was the first Indian to be elected Fellow of Trinity College, Cambridge. His work on continued fractions is considered equal to great mathematicians like Leonhard Euler and Jacobi. He was victim of tuberculosis. He was sent back to India. To forget his pain, he played with the numbers even on his deathbed. He was an astrologer of repute and a good speaker. He gave lectures on subjects like God, zero, and infinity.
Srinivasa Ramanujan was a largely self-taught genius who emerged from an orthodox Hindu family to become one of the most influential mathematicians of the 20th century.
Srinivasa Ramanujan was born on the 22nd of December 1887 in a small district town of southern India. Little Ramanujan grew up in the temple town of Kumbakonam, located on the banks of river Kaveri.
Sir, if 0 is divided by 0, can the answer still be 1?
No, there are always exceptions. Ask him. He was India's last great mathematician. He said the answer...
It was in this town high school of Kumbakonam that the magical world of numbers, trigonometry and geometry opened up for the ever-curious little Ramanujan.
That was an intelligent question you asked. You like sums, don't you?
Yes. You know, sir, I want to learn lots. I want to find out what the highest truth in mathematics is.
What? What did you say?
What the highest truth in mathematics is.
What we learned from the early mathematical development of Ramanujan is the importance of problem solving at the primary school level. The Hungarian mathematician and educator George Polya observed that mathematics develops critical thinking and a love for expressing ideas precisely.
At the age of 12, Ramanujan borrowed from older students Lowney's textbook of plain trigonometry and completely mastered its contents. This book went far beyond standard curriculum and introduced rudiments of calculus too. But the book that really transformed Ramanujan's life is Carr's synopsis of elementary results in pure mathematics, borrowed from the local college library. He engrossed himself in its methods of analysis and demonstrations, and proved the propositions and formulae contained therein all by himself.
From the age of 14, Ramanujan wrote down his mathematical findings in 3 notebooks, which have become famous now as Ramanujan's Frege notebooks. These notebooks contain a treasure of over 4,000 theorems, corollaries, and other results. Ramanujan made many fundamental contributions to the field of number theory. Number theory is a branch of mathematics that is primarily devoted to the study of whole numbers, such as 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. In particular, number theorists study what are called prime numbers, which serve as building blocks for whole numbers. A prime number is a number that is not divisible by any other number other than 1 and itself.
Today, nearly 100 years after his death, we find mathematics has slowly developed sophisticated tools, which are unraveling some of the secrets hidden behind his intuitive suppositions. Over the years, the mythical tree in Ramanujan's legendary garden has opened up new vistas of possibilities. This, then, is the legacy of a self-trained mathematician who straddled the world of numbers in early 20th century and continues to inspire generations of mathematicians even today.
Students, I hope you all understand very well in this lesson. Thank you.